everybody. Welcome back to DBS Danny Ben Plays Games S. Me playing some games. Today, obviously, as you saw in the title and in the first screen,
Universal Interactive presents a turbocharged extravaganza by Vicarious Visions. For Crash Nitro Kart!
So yeah, this is the we're just gonna skip this for now. Since we're not playing through the story, I'll just skip the intro cutscene. I just decided to play some of this too. There's insufficient space. Wait a minute. I mean, I should already have a thing on here, so I was about to say. Crash Party. Oh. Well, I don't have a GameCube. I have a Wii. I'm playing this on Wii. So, but yeah, we're not playing through adventure mode. Yeah, Crash Nitro Kart. This is as a racing game, it's better than Crash Tag Team Racing. But, it's probably out of the main racing games, again, if you don't really count, Crash Tag Team Racing as a full racing game, it's probably the weakest. Again, out of the main ones, not like the several Crash Nitro Karts that were on like mobile phones and stuff. That were different games, just about each different games. But anyway, a quick race. Yeah, like I said, I mean, okay, yeah, obviously I don't have nearly enough people unlocked, but you know, actually, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, there's not really any cheats to unlock more characters, so we're just gonna play with what we got here. Let's see. I think like obviously unlock all the. What is with Tiny's nose in this one? Looks like a double barrel shotgun in a way. Anyway, I'll just use good old Crash for now. Yeah, this one, it just kind of controls weird compared to the others. Like, I guess you could say I got used to Crash Team Racing and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I have beaten this game before, the adventure mode. I don't think I got 100%, but I beat it. Of course, you know, I had that video recently on Crash sounds a little weird in this one. I'm pretty sure it's the same voice actor, maybe, but he just sounds a bit weird. But I didn't really play this on console until like I was already in middle school. Like, I mean, it came out when I was in either third or fourth grade, but I didn't actually play until I was in middle school. At least in middle school, I think. Middle or high school, one of those. See if there's if I can do. Nope, that thing's in the way. I mean, obviously I'm not sucking at it so far. It just kind of controls weird though. But for some reason, like whenever I was playing through the PS2 version, and I got most of the way through. But then when I got to Velo, or whatever, however you pronounce his name. Booyah! Whenever I got to him, the game seemed to be like just spiked up a lot in difficulty. I mean, again on the console version. Now, I did play the GBA version maybe when it came out. Okay, no. Maybe the year it came out, I got the GBA version. Which was also hard, but that's because I was still a dumb kid. But like, it's just, you know, Like I had learned the, you know, this move here. But it just feels a little awkward to control compared to the Crash Team Racing games. Again, Tag Team Racing's a bit too easy. When it comes to the actual racing part. Like, it's a bit too easy. Now this one isn't a bad game. It's just, you know, doesn't feel as good to play as Team Racing. Yeah. Just gonna do a few quick races. Jungle Boogie. Let's use Coco this time. So, if you're wondering why characters like Purah and Polar and like if you're wondering why, so like there's different teams on here. Ironically enough, this is the one with teams, not Crash Team Racing. Like, ironically enough, Crash Team Racing doesn't have teams unless you play multiplayer. Unless you play multiplayer battle mode. I think that's the only time that you have teams. I just realized this game runs at 60 frames per second. Yeah, I didn't make it. I'm so used to being able to make it in, like the version of the track in, Nitro Fueled, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's see if they still have the, yeah, they do. Okay. Like I said, I'm so used to it on that game that, like, I've completely forgotten what exactly it's like in the original version. Of course, like I said, I didn't really play this one all that much, but yeah, Velo was super hard. But then I played the GameCube version, I think without cheats, maybe, and I beat him pretty easily, or somewhat easily. Pardon me. It just kind of feels like a poor man's, it feels like a third-party version of like Crash Team Racing. Not just like Mario Kart, but like of Crash Team. Oh, it kind of feels like a Mario Kart clone that's trying to be like Crash Team Racing instead of actually being a Crash game all that much. I mean, it's got the aesthetic and stuff of a Crash game, so, you know, it's close enough that way, but I love doing stuff like that. But anyway, if you're wondering why Polar and Purah and Dingodile and Entrance is on the same team, that's because it's supposed to be, I think they're on like Velo's team, or like Velo wanted an extra team to race. So Entrance like hypnotized all them into joining his team. I can't remember if those are the only, or if they're all on Velo's team or something like that. Tiny temple. I don't know if I'll be doing every track today. I'll at least maybe I'll use every character just to fill up some time. Now we might try some other modes maybe. But yeah. So, this is actually being recorded on the same day as, it's actually being recorded on the same day as, Crash, or whenever I play the 18-wheeler game. I don't know if you'll see it on the same day. I may do separate days for them, but... but okay, let's say they're probably gonna activate. They do that crap and what do you call it? Nitro fueled. Now see, this is obviously completely different in Nitro fueled, because this is the one that introduced like the magnetic thing that Mario Kart 8 claims to have had it be the one to do first. A lot of people think that there's probably a lot more people that think that Mario Kart 8 did it first, but of course what they did was considered anti-gravity. This is like magnetic stuff. Admittedly, Mario Kart 8 did it better, but it also came out like 11 years later, and you know, they had time to get to know the technology. So and they really don't give you a lot of Wumpa fruit in this game. So I think it's like if you connect this to your Game Boy Advance, you can unlock Fake Crash. That's how you unlock Fake Crash in the game. Because Fake Crash is an unlockable character through like in a hidden area of one of the tracks in the GBA version of the game. I think that's how you unlock him in this game, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong on that. I know that Spyro is exclusive to the Game Boy Advance version. So he didn't actually become... you didn't actually get to play as Spyro in a console Crash racing game until later on.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
See, now, I think one of the problems with... one of the problems with the... Well, okay. Truth be told, one of the problems with these Crash games after the PS1 games were like these felt like third-party games, whereas the first 4 Crash games felt like, you know, they felt like first-party games, despite the fact that they weren't really first-party. They were third-party games or second-party games or whatever made exclusively for PS1. So that's the record. So that's setting the record straight. They weren't actually first-party games or owned by Sony. They were published or made or something. I think Sony funded them. I don't remember the exact details, but it was something like that. But yeah. So yeah, Crash. These games just kind of felt like third-party games, which, you know, that's not... Obviously, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Okay, let me put it this way. Maybe I should say not as high effort. Doesn't feel like as much effort went into these games as... the ones on PS1. Oh my! I think this may have been the last Crash game to use... Could be wrong. But I think this might have been the last Crash game to use... the original voice actors. Because I think this was the last time the guy who's voicing Cortex now is like the last time he voiced Cortex. Now, Cortex obviously had a different voice in Crash 1. But, you know. But yeah, like I was saying, it really felt... Okay, let me put it this way. I'm not saying they didn't put any effort into these games. Because, I mean, sometimes... Usually, from what you hear, it sounds like it's more so the publishers and the licensors or whatever, whoever who are like funding the game were the ones who were causing the problems, who caused the problems of things feeling unfinished, generally speaking. But it may not be every case, but it seems to be a lot of cases where that'll happen. I think those those Xboxes were let's see. like increase the amount of stuff you have or the power of the power-ups you get. I don't remember for sure. Gosh, I'm so used to... I mean, this is close enough to how it is in Nitro Fueled, but, like, it's so different. It feels so different. Like, I'm more used... Like I said, I'm more used to the Nitro Fueled version instead of... CTR Nitro Fueled version instead of where it actually came from. No, that's partially because of the physics, but... I like how the loading screens are basically either screenshots of the adventure mode cutscenes, or they're of let's see, Barren Ruins. I usually read that as Brian Ruins because I like to mix up. Apparently, my mind likes to mix up the letters. But the screenshots also make them look really weird. I mean, like, engine just doesn't look right there. Like, it feels like lower... Like, these felt like lower effort third-party games, whereas the first... Like I said, the first at least 4 games, the PS1 games, felt like they had more effort, like they pushed the limitations of the systems, whereas these feel like they're just kind of like, oh, well, they work on this system, you know. Okay, so you get them and they just... Okay, so, yeah, like I said, they give you, like, more... I guess it's... They give you more or make them more powerful versions of, like, your, yeah. Which is obviously something they decided not to bring back for Nitro Fueled, and obviously Nitro Fueled did not have that. Didn't have the magnetic stuff. So these tracks are... They generally retain the same stuff, the same designs in Nitro Fueled. It's just they took out the magnetic stuff and the X boxes. But yeah. I think that was one of the problems. I think that's pretty much been the problems with these, with the Crash games after the PS1 days. Now, in all honesty, as nostalgic as I am for Crash Bash, that one also felt like a lower effort third-party game. Again, felt like it. They could have tried to put in as much effort as they had, but it definitely felt like, hey, it's Crash, buy it. You know, you like Crash, buy this one. Okay, calm down there, engine. So, and there's people that say that, like, Crash Wrath of Cortex looks worse than the PS1 games. I don't really agree. I mean, I can kind of see where they're going, but I think it's that thing I was talking about with... maybe in certain regards the PS1 games look better, but in other regards, honestly, the... yeah. I just think, I think it's the thing I was talking about, where, like, these feel like they didn't have as much effort put into the systems that they were available on, whereas the PS1 games felt like they were pushing the limits of the system they were on, of the system, you know. So, I think that was the problem. I think that was the big problem there. Okay, I'm really not a big fan of this one, at least in Nitro Fueled. I'll see how I do in this one, but I'm not really a big fan of it in Nitro Fueled because there's too many traps that slow you down too much. Or something about the way it feels when you drive through it. It feels like you're almost... It's one of those where it feels like you're kind of magnetized toward, you know... Kind of feels like you're magnetized toward the hazards. This one definitely has different lighting than...
Oh, this racing makes me hungry.
What in the world was that? Was that tiny? Was that supposed to be tiny? Okay, no, that wasn't...
Look at me, I'm tiny.
Whatever that first one was like, I thought that was supposed to be tiny. If that was, I'd be like, they get a whole different guy to voice him? Like, oh boy. This is stupid. Now, again, this is not an... I feel like this would have been a benefit for Nitro Fuel, honestly, because being able to dodge those things a little easier. I think it's also the hitboxes in Nitro Fuel that, like, make it feel, you know... They did at least make it interesting enough in Nitro Fueled. I'm only saying Nitro Fueled because it seems like it's either just as much, if not faster, to just say Nitro Fueled than NF. Well, okay, it is faster to say NF, but it just doesn't roll off the tongue as well. But, now, if Fake Crash... Okay. If Fake Crash is in the other versions of this game, then an unlockable character, which I can't remember if he is or not, but if he is, you know, then I guess maybe unlocking him through connecting to the GBA version is just a way to... is just like a faster way in the GameCube version to unlock him, but I can't remember. Whee! Ah! Almost hit it. So yeah. So but yeah, whatever phrases I use a lot during these. I like to like do a little twist there at the end when I know I have where I can, you know, do that, where I have time to, like, you know, do 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 do. Out of time. Nitrous oxide. Oh. I mean, now in trance he looks weird anyway, but just something about the artwork there just looks wrong. Like, and of course during gameplay, Oxide looks wrong from the back.
Come on, I won't wait.
Now who's saying that, I wonder? Like, I wonder who's saying that. What does Oxide sound like in this game? The neat little detail you see in this game is that in Nitro Fuel is that the clock here is okay. I guess that's Oxide. The clock here is like I think it's where you see it broken in the background. Unless it's the clock that's broken that you go through. Either way, they have a broken clock. Okay. I'm trying to figure out who has that voice that's like... Maybe it's what's his name? I forgot the name of. It's like one of Velo's minions or something. But yeah, do you like how Oxeye looks very off because he doesn't have all the things? He has one pipe. Must have got a head cut or something. Haircut, head cut. Oh, cool, Vor. Speaking of that, there's a freaking, today, as of this recording, there was a SpongeBob compilation thing on the official SpongeBob YouTube channel, funded, you know, probably made by people of Nickelodeon. That, I mean, it was just straight up about like showing clips of the different characters being eaten by other characters, or by other things. And I'm just like, why would you make a I mean, I know you definitely have enough to do it, but why would you do this? Yeah, they I swear they've definitely upped the voriness of the show in the later seasons. Especially Plankton. Now, I understand that not every animator who makes that kind of stuff is into that stuff. Is into vor and all that stuff. But something... Given what I've learned from Hollywood, it wouldn't surprise me if there was plenty of people who were into it, and that's who's making it now, and like going into detail and everything. It's like, and of course someone says, "Oh, you're weird for bringing that up." Well, that's weird on its own, but apparently that's okay that they do it. So, oh yeah, you can have up to 7 laps. Clockwork Wampa. We'll hear how Entrance sounds. Yeah, I keep forgetting the name of that character that's behind Crash there. But, I feel like they made him a little too Skylanders-like in Nitro Fueled. Like a stereotypical Skylanders character. Because he like burps and all that stuff, and he's like... and it just feels like a generic... I mean, it's better than just having him fart all the time, but like... I guess that's Entrance. But anyway... I never really used a lot of the other characters in this game. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The doctor is in.
Yeah, the turning feels really off in this game. But anyway. Yeah, that character, I don't know, he's in 3rd place right now. I don't know, again, I don't remember his name, I didn't really care that much, but, Zaz or Ziz or something, I can't remember, but, yeah, they just made him a little too much like a generic Skylanders character. Even though he's not a Skylander as far as I know of. But, like how in Nitro Fueled they have him like standing up, they have Entrance standing up on his vehicle. He's definitely sounding different than on... Ooh, good lord, why did it do that? Why does it turn me whenever I'm trying... It doesn't do that in Nitro Fueled. I'm just so used to it not doing that in Nitro Fueled. That's the problem. I'm so used to playing this in the game I keep bringing up the name of. But anyway. Yeah, that Ziz Zazzers or whatever is just like... Just a little... Or Zippers. Whatever his name is. He's, yeah. A little too much of that, yeah. So he's just kind of an annoying character. Because of the way he sounds and all that stuff. So I don't like using him. I'm just gonna go this way, just to safe route, because... Yeah. It's just so weird to think that these characters and all this property is owned by Microsoft now. Even though we found out that, you know, really, you know, more people now realize that Crash was never a first party. I mean, it was never owned by Sony. It was just made for the original, exclusively for the original PlayStation for the first 5 games. It just feels weird that once a game that was once a series that was once exclusive to PlayStation is now owned by Microsoft. Just feels weird. It's like it's also about the fact that like PlayStation owns Bungie. Now they don't own Halo obviously, but they own the people who originally worked on Halo. Now let's do some team racing in Thunderstruck. I'm gonna use Crash. Boy, engine looks right there. Looks like they just took the gameplay and kind of tweaked around with the image. So this is essentially, not only did they predate Mario Kart 8 with the whole not only did they predate Mario Kart 8 with the whole like sticking to, you know, going upside down and sideways and all that stuff. They just call it magnets instead of anti-gravity. But they also predated Team Sonic Racing with the whole team mechanic. Now, I'm sure there are other racing games that have that kind of similar team mechanic, but maybe. But like, this one seems to have the team mechanic as well. It doesn't quite work the same, but you get the idea. As long as one of your teammates is... Thank you. And like, you know, the whole power-up thing. Oh, was Aku just talking there? Uh-oh. But I think it's supposed to be like, as long as one of your teammates gets first place, then you win. Or I think you progress. Maybe. So if Coco wins, I think I still win as well. But yeah. Kind of at least similar to how Team Sonic Racing works. Team Sonic Racing was just alright. It was okay. Wasn't the best. Wowee! It kind of sounds like they heightened Crash's what am I trying to say here? It kind of feels like it kind of sounds like the tone, the pitch for Crash's voice was increased. That's what it sounds like anyway. But anyway, ow. Now in Team Sonic Racing, I think the way it works is, even if you get first place, if your teammates are in the last couple of places and all the other teams are ahead of them, then you could still potentially lose. There is a non-team mechanic in the game, or non-team mode in the game, like where you can race without having teams. But it just feels like everyone's after you and attacks you, so you might as well have the teams on to help you out. But it also just wasn't as good. Hopefully, from what it looks like, as of this video, it has yet to even have a release date other than 2025. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. That one looks vastly superior to Team Sonic Racing already. Hopefully, it will live up to how it looks, because it looks pretty good. So I thought I said like 30-something of those. So well, me and Coco were in first place, or we're first and second place, so we win that, I guess. All right, and now, let's see, Team Racing with an assembly line with Cortex & Co. I think they only have 2 of your teammates in a race, because if you have 8 racers and all that stuff. Okay, I think that was Dingo Dial who's been saying some of that stuff. Well, okay, at least that line. So it looks like Tiny is my teammate for this race. Oh. Okay, he does say that in the GBA version, and obviously it's extremely bit crush. Oh crap! Oh crap! Ah! I can go on that assembly line if I wanted to. I just didn't. Ah! Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the team mechanic in this game works by having by you being able to like use multiple items at once. Well, not at once, but you know what I mean. You get a bunch of items. Well, anyway, let's see if I can do it. Yeah! Okay. Haha. Woohoo! And of course, this is basically anytime you see the magnetic stuff, it's set up differently in Nitro Fueled. Also, I noticed they got rid of Out of Time. They got rid of the whole what do you call it? The things, the creatures that eat the players, they eat the racers if you get too close. They removed those from Nitro Fueled. That's stupid. Maybe we will do every available race. Every available track, I mean. Ah! I swear, sometimes like I'm not trying to, but it looks like I was just going toward that thing. But sometimes it feels like I'm just being magnetized toward the hazards and stuff. Ugh. Face is squished looking there. Was squashed. Do 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 do. Well, I'll have some kind of team with me. So a lot of the characters on, you know, you unlock them by playing through the adventure mode. Watch out for the twain. So is Entrance my... No, he's not my teammate. No, my teammate is unfortunately the Skylanders guy. Yeah, he says that crap and it's just like... It just sounds so annoying. I'm the gross guy. Burp. Aren't I silly? Aren't I very 90s despite the fact that I came out like... That this is after the 90s? This is a little before fart humor became a little more... Definitely more prevalent in kids' media. Unless it was like a PG rated movie or something. This is a little before then. Whoa, shoot. Ah! Oh, that's cool. It's kind of funny at first that whenever Nitro Fueled first came out, it's kind of funny because like they originally had Oxide, despite being against the team, well, you know, basically when you had a mask, it was Uka Uka at first for every villain in the game or everyone who's been a villain in the games. But yeah. But everyone who's been villains in the game, in the series, had Uka Uka, and it wasn't until an update where they added when they added the Velo mask. I forgot Oxide had the Velo mask in this game, but it makes sense. You know, context of the story and stuff. But yeah, yeah. I don't know where I'm going right now. My mind's kind of going to different topics at the same time, so I don't know what I'm going to say. I guess Neon City or whatever it's called is an unlockable character, unlockable track in this game, unless I overlooked it. Because I didn't see it in the lineup there. Woohoo! There we go. Alright, one more of those characters. I'm not gonna do like time trial and all that stuff. I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, Electron Avenue. That's what it's called. Yeah, this okay. This is the track. Just don't know what they were thinking with the artwork here. Did he just make a poop joke? Or did I mishear that? Did Tiny just make a poop joke? Dang it. Oh, you were above that. I think that's one thing I've noticed is that, like, when Crash also went downhill, is it tried too hard to be, like... Alright, well, it looks like Polar's my teammate in this one. Thought I had a shield on! Yeah, I guess I didn't. Maybe I didn't activate it, I don't know. But, now, of course, if you're wondering, if you're not knowledgeable of the Crash series, Entrance that I'm using right now was cool. Debuted in the game called Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced on the Game Boy Advance. Now this is like his console debut, but I'm sure this was in a way to promote. I don't know. I guess this is a way to promote him as a character. I guess this is a way to promote him as a character. Why are you giving me a bunch of stuff that I can't throw behind me? I mean, the bomb, but like, or leave behind me, I guess you could say. Leave as a trap. But yeah, Entrance was debuted in the game Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced on Game Boy Advance, and it was fine. Or I mean, okay, no, the game was pretty good. I don't know why I said that. Oh man, they don't let you do the thing, or at least I didn't do it right. I don't know. Whatever the case is, something. Yeah. Whee! But, I guess at the very least, I don't know, I guess I have it set on easy mode or something if there are modes in this game, but at least one of the fastest NPC racers, or the fastest CPUs characters, is your teammate. So at least there's that. Oh, I see. Yeah, there was twice. That was twice over. Cool. But yeah, Nitro Fueled's version of this track is very neon, like. A neon tide, you know. Well, Polar's certainly not as slow self like he is in Crash Team Racing. It almost looked like you couldn't even jump over that stuff, like you just had to slow down or something. Let's see here. See what I mean by the tornado? Tornado. Okay. Whoa, frame rate. Holy crap. Definitely took a dip there. Oh. Alright, folks. I think that's all I'm gonna do for this Let's Play. We've been going for almost an hour. But, yeah, so that's... Well, all the unlockables at the beginning of when you first start up Crash Nitro Kart. If you haven't made any progress, that's all the maps you can do. That's, you know, some of the modes you can do. You can already play multiplayer. Those all the characters unlockable. But I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more like this or any other types of videos on this channel. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a good day or night.